0 seconds. Stop recording video. Button.
Hey guys, it's me, Brittany. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to see my future videos. Okay, so you guys, today the word is intuition. That's spelled INTUITION. And intuition is the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. Okay, so you guys, I decided to do this word after I had a crazy experience a few days ago. But I want to say that intuition is something that we are all born with. And it's in our soul, it's in our spirit, the intuition rather. Intuition is like that stomach feeling or that feeling you get when you think something's about to go wrong, or when you feel like if you're walking and you feel like someone's behind you, you look back like, who's behind me? You know, that's your intuition, like things you can't see, but things you can only feel in the spirit. That's your intuition. So like, for instance, the day I got shot, right, before I even left my home, I was practicing this song on the violin because I was about to try out for symphony. And right when I was done practicing the song, I showed my sisters that I could finally do all these shifts. I was like on this advanced level playing the violin, right? When I was done, and I was about to leave to meet my friend to go to her house, right when I was about to leave my door, something told me you shouldn't go. And, you know, I was young, I wasn't thinking nothing of it, but it was so strong, the feeling I had, but I ignored it. And I went anyways, right? That's intuition. Or sometimes, you guys, it's crazy. Being blind is a true gift because I get to experience things that people that are sighted cannot experience. For instance, sometimes I can tell how you look without seeing you. So like the other day I was in the store with my dad, and it was this lady was the clerk, and she was talking to us and stuff, and I was like, do you have green eyes and red hair? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, it creeps me out because I'm like, how do I know that? But her and my dad were just like, what the, they think it's just a superpower type situation, which it technically is, you know. I can literally tell how you look from your voice most of the time. Sometimes I'm wrong, of course. But for the most part, I guess because I saw before, it's like I could put a face to I always put a face to people that I talk to. So it's like, you can talk to me and I'll put a face to you. I'll put a description on you, and I've never seen you. So it's really weird. But also, what this experience I had a few days ago is what really showed me that intuition is so real. So the other day, y'all, I was asleep in my room with my heater on. It's a little portable heater. And out of nowhere, my body woke up, and it was in a panic. It was really frantic. My body was like, panicking, right? And as soon as I woke up, my brain was like, there's a fire. So I turned my heater off because, of course, there's heat coming from my heater. So I turned my heater off and I started feeling around like I don't feel any heat, This is the pros and cons of being blind, I can't see the flames, so I'm trying to feel the flames and I don't feel anything. So I'm like, I go in the living room, I don't feel anything. I go in the bathroom, I don't feel anything. In the kitchen, nothing. I'm still panicking though. My body is panicking. So I'm pacing now in my room because I'm like, and it's like 3 a.m, so my parents are asleep. So I'm pacing back and forth in my room like, what's going on? Why do I feel like there's a fire? There's no fire. Like, what the heck? I'm pacing. After like 20 minutes, I hear somebody's smoke detector going off. Okay, it seems like it's far away. It's probably my neighbor's house, but it was going off for like 30 minutes. Okay, after like 30 minutes, I'm getting scared because mind you guys, before it even started going off, I thought there was a fire, right? So I go to my dad and I wake him up. I'm like, Daddy, do you hear that beeping? Because I'm like low-key still sleepish, you know? So I'm like, am I crazy? I'm literally thinking like, am I crazy, right? So as soon as I woke my dad up and asked him, does he hear the smoke detector beeping? It stopped. Oh my God. So he was like, no, Brittany, you know, you could tell he was looking at me like, okay, she crazy, because I looked scared. I mean, I was scared, for real. So when the beeping stopped, as soon as I asked my dad that, I really thought I was crazy. I was like, okay, I'm hearing things. Something is going on with me. But I couldn't go to sleep. So I went back in my room. I still was pacing. I'm like, what is wrong with my body? Like, and out of nowhere, maybe like 20 minutes after the smoke detector stopped, I hear a lady screaming. She's like, fire, fire. I immediately get nervous. So I go back in my mom and dad's room. I wake them up like, someone's saying fire, fire. What the? Yeah. What? Okay, so okay. Basically, in my building where my apartment is, there's like 3 other people in the same complex. But there's like 4 buildings that look exactly like mine that are under the same management. So, of course, they're all my neighbors, you know. But I really only have 3 immediate neighbors. Y'all, there was a fire in the building next door to me, which is still my neighbor, you know, still the same management. There was a fire upstairs, and it was already big flames by now. By the time this lady was screaming, you know, she could see it from outside. And everybody that, it was only the upstairs units, which I think was 2 units. The house that was on fire, nobody was inside of there. And the next door neighbors that became on fire, her and her children got out, thank God. The fire department came and of course put the fire out, but as soon as I realized there was a fire, I went in my room and I was just shaking and I was just crying and thanking God that I got this type of discernment. Discernment is a synonym for intuition. Intuition is the worldly word for discernment. Discernment is a spiritual word, which means the exact same thing as intuition. But I had all these type of emotions and I was crying and stuff because I couldn't believe I knew there was a fire before the fire even got big, and it was not even in my building. This is crazy. That's some crazy superpower. My freaking senses are on 10. I mean, there's nothing getting by me. So at this juncture, I'm gonna know there's a tsunami before it gets to 4th Street. Shit. But I just want to tell y'all, like, when y'all have a feeling that something's going on or that something's about to happen, please trust it, because it is going to happen. See, the thing is with intuition, which is our Holy Spirit knowing something, our spirit, our soul. I realized, this is another thing that made me realize how God is so awesome and made it to the point where someone can live without sight successfully and happily. If you really think about it, our spirits don't have eyes. I don't feel like our spirits have like vision, because they can know something without seeing it. They can know something without it happening. It's like our spirit knows stuff that's happening in the future. It hasn't happened yet. It's weird. It's crazy, but it's true. Like, and because I'm blind, I feel like that had a lot to do with me feeling that fire way before it got big. It was in a whole different building. I am still amazed at this shit. I mean, how did I do that? But you guys, just please, when your spirit is feeling something, like, I'm sure some people have already experienced this. Like, let's say your boyfriend or girlfriend leaves and then your stomach drops, or you like, something ain't right. You know, you feel like something ain't right. And then come to find out they passed away, or they're in jail, or they end up in a car accident. It's like, you know, with stuff that you're spiritually connected to, or you know, with stuff that's close enough to you, which is why I knew that house is on fire. It's close enough, right? I just want us to listen to our first thought, you know, because when we don't, things go south, you know, just like when I got shot. If I would have just listened to myself, like, you shouldn't leave, and sat my fast ass down, I wouldn't have got shot that night, right? You know? So, I'm really want to do this work to help us pay attention more to our intuition. Stop ignoring it. Stop letting it go off the wayside. stop being like, oh, well, I planned. Like, let's say you're about to go to a party and you plan on going to this party for months, and now your intuition is like, you shouldn't go. Right before you're about to leave, you all dressed up, dolled up, ready to go. You shouldn't go still. It doesn't matter if nothing happens. It's just you being safe, better safe than sorry. That's all it is if you listen to your intuition. If you listen to your intuition, we can avoid a lot of chaos. I'm telling y'all. Yep. And being blind has made me realize that I'm actually lucky. I got this gift, you guys, if you really think about it. Because I be remembering, like, when I had sight, right? And, like, you see a boy or a guy, and they look at you with those flirtatious eyes, and both of y'all eyes light up when y'all looking at each other, right? It doesn't even matter if you like the person. It's just the fact that he's looking at you, right, like a certain way. When we as individuals flirt, right, with our eyes immediately, it's like that kind of plays a role in, like, people getting to be with you, right? So, like, let's say you see a cute guy, like you're a female or a guy, whatever, you know, whatever you're into, and you see a cute guy or girl, and they look at you, like, their eyes light up like, ooh, she or he looks good. Like, you know, you could tell that's what they're thinking in their head, right? Your eyes might light up too, because you're like, damn, he or she look good too, right? That doesn't mean you want the person necessarily, right? But because your eyes do that, you give the other person the okay to come approach you, right? So let's say you've seen a good-looking guy or girl, and they come approach you because your eyes both lit up, and they want to try you out. And you can tell and when they're talking to you, you can tell they're all about sex. They don't want to be with you for real. And then now you're basically, what's the word I'm trying to look for? It's like almost like hypnotized. It's like it's hard for you to even say yes or no because y'all just sat there and had this moment with your eyes, right? And I experienced that before with my first love. Before I started dating my first love, I seen him downtown Long Beach. I remember it like it was yesterday. And he was with a female. And when he looked at me, his eyes lit up. And when I looked at him, my eyes lit up. And it was just like, I could tell he was looking at me like, oh, I want her. And I was looking at him like, oh, I want him. And I was so young and so dumb, right? I should have been looking like, he's with a whole female. Why is he even looking at me? That's rude and disrespectful. But I didn't care nothing about that. When he finally did try to go out with me, when we started going out, that's just all I cared about. I didn't care about the female or anything, which is stupid, right? We could avoid a lot of bad relationships if we just pay attention to everything and stop paying attention to people flirting with us with our eyes. It's so crazy. But now I go on a walk almost every day with my favorite person in the world, Tia Reed. We be going on walks and she was like, dang, this person was looking at you, or this person was looking at you hard. And it's like, because I can't see them, I realize people are intimidated to even approach me or ask me anything as far as getting with me or anything like that, because I don't flirt with them back with my eyes. People think I can see still, right, when I'm on the street, and I can look directly at them. But because I can't see them, my eyes don't light up when their eyes lights up, right? So they don't even come approach me. So I'm weeding out so many whack ass individuals that want to date me. It's awesome. You know, when I first became blind, I was like, oh, that's horrible. You know, I can't even look at people that's looking at me like they want me. What if I want them too? Shit, you know. But in reality, if someone doesn't come up to me and introduces himself to me in a respectful manner, I don't really want them anyways. Let's just be real. I want someone with self-confidence, self-love, and that has respect for me. That's not looking at me like a piece of meat. I want the man that wants me to come up to me and make sure he lets me know that he wants to get to know me or whatever. I don't want this flirting with our eyes bullshit, you know? Excuse me. Which is what we a lot always get. So I am here to tell y'all to please listen to your intuition when it comes to relationships, when it comes to going out somewhere, when it comes to everything. Just listen to yourself, because your spirit knows before you do. And that is the reason why we were born with a spirit, so we can create our own destiny. So I hope this video helped you guys, and I hope we all be more conscientious of what our spirit is letting us know, so that we can have more successful lives. and live longer. So if you have a tsunami in your life, don't let it swallow you. Just keep swimming. See you guys next time.
Take picture. Stop recording video.